Hello, students. Welcome once again to my fifth lecture on the series Indian Partnership Act 1932. So, today I am going to talk about the difference between partnership and co ownership. So, before going into details, let me brief you what is partnership and what is co ownership. So, partnership, as I have already stated the definition in my earlier video, once again I am repeating, like partnership may be defined as an association of persons who comes together to carry out a business activity with the motive of sharing profits and losses for the activities carried on by all or any of them acting for all. But co-ownership, on the other hand, it is a form of it is not a business actually. Like if I have a land that is my own property and my brother also possesses that land, so we are sharing that property, right? So we become the co-owner of that property, so that is known as co-ownership. Now let us see the difference that exists between partnership and co-ownership. Number one, the heading is contract. Now for partnership, it is very essential that there must be a contractual relationship between the partners. The partnership is created out of contractual relationship. But in case of co-ownership, it is created as a result of operation of law, or by operation of law, co-ownership exists. One more example, like if my father is the owner of our property. Now, if the father expires, then the entire property will be passed on to his son or daughter. So their daughter or son will be the rightful owner of that property. So in that case, the daughter or the son will become the co-owner. So there need not be any contractual relation, but it is created or it is carried as a part of legacy. Okay, the property transfers from one generation to the other generation, and in that case, co-ownership exists. Number two, object. Now, the objective behind forming partnership is to carry out business activity and with the ultimate motive of earning profit. But in case of co-ownership, it is not created with the object of conducting any business activity. So that is the second difference. Let me repeat once again. Partnership is created with the motive of conducting a business activity. But in case of co-ownership, there is no motive or objective of conducting business activity. Third, transfer of interest. Now, in case of partnership, a partner cannot transfer his or her interest to any outside party without the consent of the without the consent of the co-partners or the other partners. But in case of co-ownership, again, I would like to take that example, like our property. We have me and my brother. Like my brother is also the co-owner of our property. So in case if I have to transfer uh, some portion of this property which belongs to me, I do not require his consent. So I can do it without his consent. I can transfer the interest or I can transfer a portion of this property which belongs to me. So in this case, I do not require the consent of the co-owner. But in case of partnership, a partner cannot transfer his interest, profit, or whatever without the consent of the co-partners. Next, agency. Like in case of partnership, agency form of business exists. Like in partnership, a partner uh, acts as an agent as well, and he acts as a principal as well. So in case of partnership, there is a form of agency relationship. But in case of co-ownership, agency relationship does not exist. Next, division of property. Now, in case of partnership, a partner cannot divide the property which belongs to the partnership firm. So he cannot demand for any division of that property. But in case of co-ownership, division of property can be done. Let me give you an example. Like the same example, I have 2 acres of land, and 2 acres of land belong to me and my brother. So we are the co-owners. Now that entire 2 acres of land, we can divide it among us. Like 1 acre will belong to me and the remaining acre will belong to my brother. So entire property, we are dividing the entire property. So in co-ownership, the co-owners have the right to divide the property. But in case of partnership, the partners do not have the right to divide the property. Next is act. So in case of partnership, it is governed by Indian Partnership Act 1932. But in case of co-ownership, there is no such act which governs the existence of co-ownership. So these are some of the differences which I hope is very important for you all to remember and distinguish between what is a partnership and what is a co-ownership. So thank you so much. This was my lecture on the differentiating between partnership and co-ownership. So stay tuned for my coming lectures, because in my coming lecture, I'm going to differentiate between partnership and Hindu undivided family. Thank you so much. Stay safe.